Hello everyone! Thanks so much for coming in tonight. Thank you replay viewers for watching, and thanks YouTube viewers for being here as well. YouTube viewers, if you'd like to watch live, you can download the Periscope app to your phone and join in the chat by going to Penguin and Fish on Periscope. I'm here every night at 9:30 p.m. Central. Alright guys, we are continuing on block 38 of the Splendid Sampler. I'm going to flip you around and we will get going. Hello! Happy Friday, everyone! Thanks so much for coming in tonight. We are going to work on our little vase some more. So we cut out all the pieces, all the flowers, everything. We got the applique pieces ready. We still have to take the paper off the back of them. And then we are going to place everything tonight. I'm not sure if we're gonna get all the way to the sewing. I did set up my machine. I put the darning foot on. Maybe we can practice and play around a little bit if we have time, but I don't think we'll be stitching down the actual thing tonight. Maybe tomorrow. I'm still not quite sure if I'm gonna be here tomorrow, but we'll see. Otherwise, this is gonna go in the unfinished pile, but we are gonna shoot for getting everything attached at least tonight. And we'll play with our little ribbon basket handle that we're doing. So, alright guys, if you're new here, my name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make lovely and quirky hand embroidery patterns and kits. I'm the author of Sew and Stitch Embroidery and a fabric designer as well, and I'm here every night at 9:30 p.m. Central. Alright, let's flip around and get going right away. We have to take all these little papers off, and that's going to take a little bit of time, and I'd like to get going on here. So, all right, I'm going to flip you guys around. Here we are. So let me know how your Friday is going. I had to think about what day it was today, and then I'm like, oh man, it's Friday already. Crazy. So, all right, I'm going to start taking these pieces off. So I'm going to do that just by kind of putting a score in the back with a pin. And I'm hoping that's enough to start taking the paper off. And I'm also hoping that I put the heat on with the iron long enough that I don't pull off all the sticky stuff, that the sticky side stays, the adhesive side stays on here, and so far it's feeling good. So hopefully I have that same luck with the rest of it. Watched doing the lemonade blog today while you worked on it. Oh, that's awesome! That's so good to hear. I hope it helped. That one I had some figuring out to do, but everyone was so helpful in the Periscope, so that was nice. I hope it went okay for you. All right, wow, that came off real easy, so that's nice. Let's hope the rest of them come off that easily. Let's get all these flower guys down here. Okay, let's do this one next because we're gonna need him first. So this one I'm going to just put a tiny little cut in the middle there. Hopefully that helps. Versus pulling from the end, because the end, oh good, here. There we go. The end is going to be exposed. This is going to kind of be covered up. Did I get it all there? Yeah, okay, it's on there. I just want to check that the adhesive is on the fabric and not still stuck on my paper. If it's still stuck on my paper, then I have to press it a little longer. Oof, that is a small little piece. That's going to go right on the rim of this here. So, in the instructions, your base of flowers is too big. Oh, you trimmed down the black side. Oh, okay. So so it mentions in here. So we do have a slightly bigger background fabric that we're starting out with, 7 inches instead of 6.5. This is block 38. The Vintage Flower Basket by Pam Vieira McGinnis, which is Pam Kitty Morning. Alright, so we did start out with a 7-inch by 7-inch block instead of the 6.5-inch block, because we're going to trim it when we're done. So they suggest making sure that we got an inch from the top and bottom and the sides at all times. So you know what, why don't we just mark that already. I'm going to mark just kind of about what's the center of this. And so it's 7 inches, so the center would be kind of right here. And I'm just eyeballing it by this inch line here. Let's just go, that's about an inch. So I don't want the vase to go much lower than that. And then same thing up here. Let's just mark the center. This is my water erasable marker. And then that's about an inch. I'm just eyeballing it. So in theory, my rickrack and stuff, well, I don't have rickrack, but my ribbon should not go above that height, which is a lot lower than what I was thinking. So that's a good thing to notice right away. So it says, I mean, we could actually do this right now. Why don't we do that? Let's get right to it. We'll take the papers off all of these guys next, because they're in the next step. So the first step is kind of the vase, and then getting your rickrack. I'm using ribbon just because I didn't have any rickrack, which is crazy town, but I could not find any rickrack. So we're gonna do the ribbon a little differently. So it says center the basket on the background 1 inch from the bottom. So that's about this, you know. So we're centering it kind of vertically, and that's that 1 inch line. So that's where we're gonna ultimately want that. Okay, add the basket trim. That's this little guy. And it says to don't put any of this down yet. We're just kind of placing it. And I'm kind of wondering if I should pin this, just because I think I might be a little rough with this ribbon. So I'm wondering if, kind of thinking pinning. Should this rest right on the top? Yeah, I think this should overlap a little. It's not horribly hard, so if you have to do it again, it's okay. Yeah, that's true. So we'll just let it sit right there. Oh, that's just kind of cute, isn't it? All right. Slide one end of the rickrack, I'm using ribbon, under the trim and basket, and form a handle using the block outline as a guide. Maintain 1 inch distance from the top edge of the block. When handle is a pleasing shape, then trim the end. And then slide the handle under the basket and trim basket. You can use a few dots of glue that hold the rickrack, and then fuse. I'm wondering if I should do this. I think I'm going to do this on my ironing board, because if I need to press the ribbon as I go to get those folds, then I'll already be on the ironing board, and then this stuff won't move. So I'm going to scooch the ironing board up here. See how that goes. Get my iron out of the way. So, all right. Let's move this up here and just rotate a little bit more. Okay. So we're a little higher for you guys. I suppose I could, well, yeah, we're just going to be a little higher here like this. All right, let's get this centered again. There's that 1 inch from the bottom. That's pretty centered, I think. I think we're pretty good right there. All right, so here's where we're going to shape this, and I'm not quite sure how we're going to do this. I'm a little tempted to fuse this right in the middle so everything is held in place. Does that seem like a crazy idea? Or does that seem okay? Because then this will all be held in place, and then I can futz with this a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? I think I might do that. I think I'm going to go for it. We'll just fuse. I can't grab the bottom here. I think I'm going to just fuse the top a little bit right here, and then the bottom a little bit here, and then we'll do the whole fusing later. Because all I need is these little sides available to me to tuck the things under. So I am going to do that. This just seems like it's going to get in my way if I don't. Okay, iron, come over here. So I'm just going to just do this little top area here, maybe a little bit more. Ooh, maybe a little less though, because I'm going to need it enough to tuck my ribbons kind of wide. So, oh, this iron might not actually be that hot yet. All right, I think that's good. So we basically just tacked it down. So this is attached here, but it's not attached anywhere else yet. So okay, whew, I think that's going to help me a ton actually. All right, so here's my top line. I can't go above that. I'm kind of wondering if I should start there. and then work down and then trim both ends. I think I'm going to do that. Let's put a pin there. So here's my top line again. I don't want to go too far above that. Just make sure your base is an inch from the bottom. Yep, I got that. I marked the inch there, and now I'm marking the this is my mark for the inch from the top. So I'm just gonna put this right. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna pin right into the ironing board if I do it this way. Guess I gotta lift that up a little. Okay. There, so that's kind of our top. Yeah, there isn't a lot of room. There's a lot less than I thought there would be. So this is going to be a much tighter arch than I thought. So ultimately I want to end up about right here. Oh, let's get in focus. We're not, there we go. So, but I want it to lay flat. And I don't want it to be like a square. So I'm going to just kind of do a couple angles down, like a flip and a flip, I think. Like, that'd be kind of cute, right? Just two little twists like that. I think that's the plan. And you know what? I think I'm going to just go ahead and press that. And then I will, I'll ultimately glue this, I think. So let's just start and see how it goes. So let's just press that. Get this at kind of like a 45-degree angle. And we'll angle it back this way. I'm working with one hand while I hold the iron. That's not working too well. There we go. Okay. There, that's okay. And, oops, I might be melting my pin. It's a glass pin, it won't melt. Okay, so I've twisted it twice and kind of have it coming back to this edge of the vase. So that's kind of cute. Let's just, let's tuck it under, see what it looks like. And then we'll just let it sit there for a moment, just so we can see if we can get this other side cute too. Let's keep twisting. So instead of coming down in the same direction that I did here, I'm gonna, did you order that third hand? I know, right? I need that third hand. Yeah, for my French knots and embroidery, and you know, third hand would be just very, very useful. So I'm continuing this twist, so it's keeping on twisting in the same direction, and that looks pretty good. Let's just press that. I'm thinking I can adjust this if I need to later. Okay, this is where that extra hand again would come in. Let's see, something like that. I think a little less. Trying to get it to look similar to the other side. That's not bad. Try and get it at the same angle. All right, let's do it about there. Oh, we flipped. All right, I will flip you back up in a moment here. Flippity dippity. All right. So let me just put something heavy on here while I flip it up to hold it in place. There we go. All right. Up. There, hopefully we're back in the right position. There. Oh, and if you're watching on YouTube, the reason I keep doing that is on Periscope, sometimes the screen flips to vertical when we don't want it to. So that kind of adjusts it back. All right, I don't know. I think that's perfectly acceptable. Let's tack it down with some glue, and then I think let's give it a good iron, and then I will lift this up and snip it, I think. I think that's my plan here. I don't have any of that Elmer's glue, so we're just gonna, I think this is pressed enough that I can, let's just fold it. And then let's get some on here. All right, let's see if that worked. Need to get it tucked under here again. I think it was definitely helpful tacking this down with the iron. I mean, maybe when you're working with rickrack, maybe it's a little easier, but this is definitely helping me All right, yeah, we'll definitely press that some more, just so that it can get a better, like a sharper edge. So it stays in place a little bit. That doesn't really want to stay there. Well, let's hope. Let's hope it gets there. Okay, now it's staying down a little bit more. I think this is going to be cute with a little ribbon. Does it have to go under the vase piece? You know what? Really, technically, it looks like it doesn't. Because, I mean, all this is pretty much on top of it, right? So I suppose it doesn't really matter. I think it'll just be nice. I mean, all I have to do is just kind of lift this up and snip it, and I'm not too worried about that. All right, now I'm gonna glue down this side, and then I will take the pin out and glue that as well. So let's see, how do we do that? Let's flip it up this way. Get a bunch on there. Then a bunch coming down this side. All right, that should be enough. All right, get it tucked under again. You could wrap it around the long strip and tuck the ribbon under. Wrap it along the long strip. Wrap it along. I'm not quite sure I know what you're saying, but I think this is working. There, that looks pretty equal. I'm just eyeballing it so it's kind of centered and equal there. Oh yeah, I could put the ribbon on top of here. I think we're fine this way. So let's just squish this down. Oh, you know what? I want to get some glue on here now. I can take the pin off. I think it's going to be cute. So this is, I don't have rickrack solution. I think it's going to be just fine. I like this blue ribbon. I think it matches a lot of the stuff in my, so here's my 1-inch mark again, right there. So I'm making sure I'm not too far above that. But it matches a lot of my fabrics that I'm using. And I think it's just cute. I like this whole wrap thing. It is kind of like a wicker basket sort of handle. All right, done with the glue. All right, I'm gonna snip these, and then I will press this whole thing down. And then this went faster than I thought it would. I thought this would be kind of a bear to get through tonight. So, all right, about right there. There. Cute. All right, that ribbon's done. I suppose I didn't need to leave that long of a strand there, but that's okay. About right there. Oop, I don't want to snip through my fabric though. Oops, missed a little end on there. There we go. Okay, cute. All right, that's our basket handle. I'm gonna press, the next part is, I think now we're allowed to press the whole thing down. Okay, slide the handle under the basket trim. We did all that. Dots of glue, hold it in place. Fuse basket and trim. Fuse basket and trim. Oh, fuse basket and trim. What are we trimming? We trimmed it already. Slide handle under basket. Oh, okay, fuse basket and trim. Not trim, the verb, trim. That's this line. The long strip is the trim. Okay, that makes sense. All right, I'm gonna just press, I'm just gonna plop this on here like this. So we're getting the handle nice and flat first, and then moving on down, I think. So, I don't know, hold it there for 10 seconds or so. Yeah, I mean, we're definitely gonna have to sew down that handle, because that'll just kind of want to keep popping up a little bit. I mean, I don't know how long the glue will last. We'll definitely want to stitch it down. Okay, I needed to hold it longer right here because this didn't hold down at all yet. So, okay. Got to hold it a lot longer than I was thinking we had to, so good to know. How are we doing here? Okay, that's glued on. I'm going to actually turn it this way, and we'll get that other end. Cute! I'm happy with the ribbon. I think that actually turned out pretty fun. I like the twistiness. I think the fact that it has stripes on it makes you see the twists even more, which I didn't think about, but that's kind of fun. I like that. Although rickrack would have been awfully cute. I could have sworn, like in my head, I have blue rickrack, like a scrap of blue rickrack somewhere in this house, and it's not where it's supposed to be. Or it's not where I would expect it to be, so who knows, I don't know. I have a bunch of ribbon, and I have it all stored in this special container that's scrap ribbon, and I would have thought that I had it in there, so maybe I don't actually have any, but I like this. I think it's cute. All right, I'm actually really kind of digging it a lot, actually, now. So, all right, let's move on to the flowers. And you know what? I think maybe let's just stay right here. I think all we have to do now is, using the block as a guide, add flowers and leaves. So that's it. Making sure that we're 1 inch away from everything, but now we're for sure 1 inch away from the top and the bottom. So yeah, I know I'll totally run across my the blue rickrack that may or may not exist next week for sure. I know it'll just pop up, but well, I wasn't meant to use it on this project, I guess. So, all right, that went a lot faster and a lot easier than I thought it was going to. I thought this might be an issue for us, but I don't know, I'm totally digging it. I think it goes with this vase. I think it's just silly and fun. So, all right, let's go back to scoring these guys and taking the paper off. You find the rickrack in the stash is so vintage. Oh, the price is 19 cents. That is awesome. I love that stuff. I'm trying not to buy more of that stuff, but for a while, like, you know, I went for a walk today, and there was someone was having a yard sale, and they had a bunch of old supplies like that, and the other day I went to an estate sale just because it was happening, and I saw it, and they had like a whole pile of sewing stuff, and any other year I would have bought so much of that stuff, so much vintage stuff, and you know, even like vintage cups and all that, but like just all this vintage sewing stuff. But I'm trying not to acquire anything else for a little while, like that sort of stuff. The stuff that I get super excited about, and then I'm like, oh, I have this stuff now. I'm pretty good at acquiring that stuff, and I'm trying to hold off, at least until I have, you know, maybe my basement cleaned up and organized and turned into a sewing room or something. Like once I get that all organized and done, then maybe I'm allowed to acquire more stuff. But right now, that I can't do that. So I was just watching all like the on NBC the women's gymnastics. They had a little documentary before their competition that was really interesting. It was like a reality TV almost. Well, more like a documentary style, but you know, where they just kind of follow the training of the women's team, the ranch. Yep, that's what it was called. I got totally sucked into that, and I'm like, afterwards, I'm like, oh my god, this is the best marketing that, I don't know, NBC or whoever did this was, because now you're totally invested in these women, because it's you know, it's like a reality show, right? So you just follow them and stuff, and then they show the competition right after, so it's like, oh, I gotta see how they do. So I thought that was kind of funny. So I think last Olympics, I don't think I really watched much of it at all, but now I'm like invested in these girls. It's just kind of funny. All right, this is actually coming off pretty well compared to last time we did applique, which makes me think that we, I don't want to jinx it, but it makes me think that we pressed it for just the right amount of time. So we did it for about 10 seconds and then maybe a little bit over that 10 seconds. Yeah, we're in the quilting Olympics. Yeah, for real. The marathon quilting Olympics. But this is all coming off pretty well. I was having the problem in that last applique that we did with this fusible, that I was pulling off the sticky stuff with the paper, meaning I didn't press it enough. Oop, I just lost my pin. Oh, here it is. It's just invisible. And man, this scoring thing, this was someone's idea here. And then I told my mom about the scoring, and she's like, "Oh, I could have told you that. That's how I do it." But it worked so much better. I was trying to pick it off the edge, and I was ruining the edge of my fabric. Like, it was starting to fray, and I still couldn't get it. And then someone was like, "Oh, just make an X with a pin and pull from that." And man, that's working super slick. Just enough to kind of tear the paper, and then it gives me like a little area to tear off from the middle, and then I'm not hurting my edge. Ooh, I like this flower. This one's just so funny. Maybe we will get to some of the sewing tonight. This is going speedy, which is awesome. It's kind of why I wanted to do this type of applique again, just because I am just getting farther and farther behind in the blocks. So a nice, quick down and dirty applique, nice raw edge, fusible, fast way of applique, I thought was the way to go. Yeah, and then the new thing that I'm going to be doing, new to me, is the machine, the free motion machine stitching. I'm going to play with that. I've only done it one other time, extremely poorly. Poor in the sense of I have no control over anything the machine does, and you know, which basically means me, my movements and speed, and you know how, yeah, all of it, and my skills in having one continuous line and knowing where to go next, and all that. I am very lack in everything related to machine free motion stitching, so it'll be interesting at least. So, all right, I'm going to start placing all these things now. I'm going to use this as a guide right here. I suppose I could use the big one as a guide, but this will be just fine too, I think. So, all right, let's move these leaves kind of out of the way. Or start placing the leaves. I'm not quite sure the order I want to do this. How I had it last night, let me tilt you guys up just a hair. When I was playing with it yesterday, I had some of these blue ones here, and I thought it was just blending too much in the background, but now that we have this arch of the handle, I think we won't have that big of a problem. I am going to go a little lower on here, though. I kind of want this one in front, even though it shows one in front here, but I kind of like him in front. And we can move these around. This probably won't be the final say. I just want to see where we're at. Put this guy here. This one should probably go behind. It's kind of more subtle. Oh, that one they actually put behind, like in the base, but we're going to do ours out because we already glued that on. So that's kind of fun. Wondering how this would look down here. Have this guy up here. See, this is where I think it's just too blue up here. I think we do need something like this bright one up here, just to kind of bring our eye up a little bit more. Otherwise, it kind of stays too low. So this brings our eye upward. I'm going to try and get it within here a little bit more, though, so we can see that ribbon. Maybe I'll just cross it over a hair. Same with this one. One was kind of cute all the way out here, though. See, now this one almost blends too much in with the ribbon, but I think we're just going to deal. Maybe let's start with the leaves. Maybe that'll help break the barrier. Yeah, that helps already. Trim. Oh, like trim this so it's that shape? That's not a bad idea. That'd be kind of fun. I'm a little scared to do that, but that'd be kind of interesting. Let's use these leaves to break up this space. Oh, here, why don't I just not overlap it all the way? There, then we have a little bit of edge there. Get this guy in front, he's kind of cute, this yellow one. Oh, this can't go over that inch again, so the inch is the top of the line. I mean, Yeah, I shouldn't get it over that inch. So I gotta remember that. It's gotta be within that inch. Where do these other ones go? One's kind of tucked down here. Ah, they're kind of moving everywhere. And one kind of in here. So now we're getting some vertical space downward, which is good because we have this big block area here. So I think, I don't know, we're kind of arranging it kind of fun. You went crazy, messed, oh, you went flower cake crazy and messed the inch up. Oh, you know what? We have an inch over here too that we got to worry about. So let's just estimate. I'm going to put a little line there too. Actually, I'm going to just eyeball it. But this guy's got to come in. We got to be an inch away from all the corners, all the sides. You know what? I'm going to need, like, I'm going to have to start moving these with pins, I think. Or the stiletto. That's what I'm going to use. I'm going to use my extra teeny tiny finger, which is the stiletto. Actually, I kind of need both. Because I need to, there, that's on the, I wanted this on the outside of this guy here. Just gonna put that there. And then I have one more over here that's, oops, dropped it. Almost need tweezers. Let's tuck that in there. But here I gotta worry about that inch again. So I'm gonna just eyeball an inch. I don't know, I'm kind of liking that. Let's, I'm going to try and move this guy a hair up so it's not as equal as this one. Still looking on Heroes Village. We have to set this back. Alright, let's just move. Oop, I gotta tilt him up over the thing. There we go. He's a little higher now. Alright, I kind of like that. All right, I think I'm good with that. Let's check our, that's about an inch. This doesn't go over the inch. I think we're good there. Let's press this thing. I think, oh, you're at the hex, oh, Heroes. Hexies, I got it. All right, we're pressing this. I'm gonna just slap this down and hope for the best. All right, there we go. Yeah, I only have one of the flowers done in the hexies, so that's one that I definitely have a long ways to go on yet. One of the reasons why I'm trying to do a fast way of applique for this, you know, we do have a good half hour left. I think we're going to try some practice. So maybe I'll practice and we'll test out like a little drawing, and I have some muslin here that we can play with. Maybe we'll just try it for 15 minutes and then the other 15 minutes we'll attempt to stitch this thing. Or I don't know if that's a good timing or what, but we'll see. but it'll be good. We'll actually start stitching tonight. So this went way speedy, the applique. Oh, you only have one of the flower beds done. Yeah. That one's gonna be a while for me till it's done. And then that gets appliqued on as well. Okay, I think we're pretty good here. Let's just get it real down on here. So I'm just gonna hold it over all this just a bit longer. I don't want it super stuck. I don't want it drying out and coming off or something like that. Use stabilizer underneath. Oh, underneath the free motion. I didn't think of that. Do I need to do that? I could do muslin underneath it, and then it would just be fat because of the muslin. Would that be enough of a stabilizer? All right, I'm thinking this is looking cute. All right, you know, now that I'm looking at this, maybe I should have done a different color for the leaves, but I wanted the leaves to be a little subtle. The glue picks up your fabric a little. The glue picks up your fabric a little. What do you mean? I'm trying to think of what that means. So this is you know, the ribbon ended up being really subtle. You still get some of these curves. Oh, I see. So, okay. This might, I think we're still attached just fine. Okay. Well, this is all fused. Oh, you use dryer sheets when you don't have stabilizer. That's interesting. I don't think I have any dryer sheets. I do probably have stabilizer, although not near me. I'm wondering if I just put, well, I don't know. I have muslin. I have muslin within arm's reach. That's what I have here. You know, we could do it with muslin, and I could just trim, and it would just be a little thicker here. But I do have a couple pieces of muslin, so I can practice. You have enough layers; it should be okay. Oh, because I have all these flower layers and everything. Okay, well, let's move this out of the way. I'll move the iron. We're done with the iron now, and let's bring out our drawing of this, and then kind of sketch out ideas, and then we'll start playing with the machine a bit. All right, so here it is further away. Okay, so I do have, oh yeah, so it's like sewn interfacing. So I was thinking, you know, I could have this on the back, and then just sew it on there. I don't have any grippy gloves, so I'm gonna have to kind of move it around, hold it like this, and move it. So we'll see how that goes. Let's set that aside for now. I printed out a few extras of these sheets. So I don't know. The Fabricelli it's the Fabricelli that's stuck. Oh, that's interesting. I actually purchased a bunch of Fabricelli on a roll because I was hoping I could use it with machine stitching, and then, you know, you can stitch it really densely and then take it off. Oh, spray based the muslin? Oh, all right. I don't know. I'll give that a try. Or I could, I don't have spray base. I can, we're just gonna have to wing it. We'll lay the muslin down, and we'll lay the piece down and see how it goes. So, all right, guys. Now the trick is, I could probably put glue down. I could put spray on, and then maybe put glue in the corners or something. Face the edges, or just should I sew with a? Oh, I could just machine baste all the way around before I get going. Well, let's just do that. Okay. Because I'm using the darning thing, I can just do big basting stitches. All right, so this is the part where I don't know what I'm doing at all. So what I want to do is, you know, we have the ribbon that's up here, and we have all, I mean, I've placed everything pretty similarly to this, so we need to think about design and stuff. And you know what? We are not going to worry too much about that because I don't have that control yet. So, you know, even if I don't follow the shapes at all and I just do squiggles in this whole thing, see, I have no control of like where to go next. I'm going to just have to go slow. Like I could just go in, you know, see, I don't know how to get anywhere, but I could just squiggle around the entire thing would be an option. Otherwise, if I want to try and get fancy, then I could, you know, try and do, like, let's say we start from here. We could spiral inside the flower. So what if we, like, you know, just did some zigzags here or anything that I can do that doesn't go all over the place. And then, you know, we could go into the leaf a little. And then, you know, we could do the squiggles that we were talking about in the flowers. See, but now I get to this spot and then I'm lost. We'll have to jump over here and then do the next flower somehow. See, this is what I'm talking about, just not knowing where to go next. Best tip was to go slow. Okay. Yeah, we'll just go slow. I just kind of want a general idea of what I might do. And if I have to pick it up and move, that's fine. because I need to go to the center. What do you mean by that? Like I need to then work out. So start in the center? Oh, so start in the center and then just keep going, working outward around and around that center? So like I'd go around, I'd start here, and then I'd kind of do a leaf here, and then kind of this thing, and then this thing, and, you know, so keep working outward. Is that kind of what you're saying? Okay, that's a good tip. So then I could go around here, and then back up here, and then maybe end with, like, the base. Okay, that's helpful. All right. I need to do up and around here, too. All right, you know what? Let's just do something. Let me see if I can trace this a little bit quickly. I'm just gonna go over some shapes with the pencil, see what we can get. I just want to get a feel for it a little bit first. But I'm like, let's just jump in. I'm okay with this being hideous. I'm okay with this being super duper poor because I know I'm gonna learn a bunch and I'm gonna get better as I go. Could still write on the paper. Oh, well, let's assume that I'm gonna do this more than once. So let's start here, and then I'll sew on the paper probably too. Maybe I'll start on the paper and then do this next. Oh, this is part of my flower. Oh, and you know what? I did, my flower does this. I have this top flower in the front, and then I have this leaf here too, like that. And then let's throw our basket thing, kind of goes up and around here a little bit. There, all right. So this is kind of what ours looks like. I'm missing something here. The leaf, I think. Oh, no, it's the petal. Alrighty, so let's start on paper. Let's give this a try. I'll start in the middle and work our way out, and we'll see. So we got to set up the machine though first as well. I did put the darning foot in. Let's see if I can get it at an angle where you guys can see. All right, let me know if we flip. I have to, you know what? I'm wondering if I have to move this. Yeah, I'm gonna put the feed dogs down. So I think I do that by just flipping this. Oh, here you guys can't see. So there's a little, on my machine, there's a little, this thing. So I think by flipping this down, I think that controls the feed dogs. Although I didn't really see anything move. But that just makes it not, oh, those feed dogs are still moving, so that must not be how it's done. Hold on. Do I have to pull this out? Oh, did we flip? Maybe I have to put this back on now. No, I need to put this back and down. Your switch is at the back of the machine. I'm pretty sure it was this thing, but it doesn't seem to be. No, it's not in the back. I could have sworn it was this. But they still seem to be moving, don't they? Well, I don't know. That's what it's supposed to be right there. Let's get the thread up here again. Oh, I think we're also stuck here now too. Hold on. We are stuck on something. All right, let's just break it off, I guess, and try that again. So I thought this was supposed to be the feed dogs down, just turning this down. It's a Singer, or it's a Sears, not Singer, it's a Sears Kenmore. It's from like the 70s, I think. I don't remember. Let's thread it again though. Looped it underneath there. All right. Compared to this. Yeah, that doesn't seem to be doing anything for the... I'm not sure what year in the 70s, but that doesn't seem to be doing anything to the feed dog at all. So I don't know, I guess we could still just play today. I'd have to find the instructions again somewhere. But I could have sworn that's what puts the feed dogs down, up and down. Not touching fabric. You probably can work with them up. I cool with them. So let's, okay, but I do have to turn my dial to 0, right? So it's stitching in one place. Oh, that's probably my problem. There, now it's not feeding it. It's just because I'm going in the same place. All right. You can still do it. All right, let's just try. So I do have the darning thing in. Wonder if I can leave this on. I'm gonna try it with leaving this on. So I don't have a darning plate or anything. I don't think I've ever removed this plate actually. So you know what? I'm gonna just put some paper under here and we are gonna see. Oh, and you know what? This camera is kind of in my way. So we'll just see. What does Google say? Don't need one. Okay. Oops. All right, we're having a real good start here. I just whipped the thread out of my machine here. Let's get that going in again. All right, tiny hole. Oh, a darning plate covers them. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I don't need thread for paper. Oh, that's true. Well, let's just practice anyway, just to make sure that I can do this part. So, do I have to bring this up now, or I can just start, can I, right? Let's just start. Let's just do a few stitches. Let's pretend I'm darning this to the thing. So, I can actually do bigger darning stitches. I just gotta go slower. Alright, so it seems like I can do that. I can darn. I'm darning, or not darning, I'm basting this to, I'm basting it to the thing. Bring the thread to the top at the beginning. Okay, that's how I do the machine embroidery, but I don't do, I actually stole the darning foot from my machine embroidery thing. And that's how I do the machine embroidery, although I'm just not used to doing it. So let's just see if I can get a slower pace on my pedal here. Well, that looks like about as slow as I can go. I don't have much control on that. I can go faster, just not much slower. There we go. All right. So those are some crazy stitches. You know what? I'm going to take my shoe off because I think I'll have better control. There we go. All right, I'm going to just sew. I'm going to sew up to the flower now, and we're going to just start playing with the flower. We'll see how that goes. Okay, much easier with the shoe off to get a little more control. Oh, you know what? I keep turning my paper, and I don't need to do that. I forgot about that. I can just go like this. Oh man, see, I have a lot to learn. So, all right, I'm gonna just start. You know what? But let's start as if we're gonna be in this position the whole time. So, all right, I'm gonna start swirling around here and see how we go. Try rubber gloves. Yeah, I don't have any rubber gloves. We're gonna have to do it without. I'm gonna have to actually, when I do it with fabric, I'll probably have to actually hold it like this. So let's do it this way. All right, this is a good speed. If I can stay at this speed, then maybe we'll be okay. Wow! All right. This is actually kind of relaxing, even though I'm totally concentrating and don't know what I'm doing. It feels like this could be really relaxing. All right, that one got out of hand. As long as I can stay at this pace. All right, now I got to be thinking about where I'm going to go next. So let's, oops, whoa, got fast. Let's cross down to this what is this, a leaf? All right, that was pretty fun. That's not too horrible. I think it's the key. I think you're right. Is go slow. I think this pace. This pace is the pace to go. I do want to try this on the muslin, and then I still want to try it on the real thing. So what time is it? Oh, we're getting late already. All right, let's pretend I put a little leaf thing in there. Take your time and enjoy. That's a good idea. Maybe I'll just jump right into the real one and take my time. I think that's what we're going to do. Screw practicing again on the muslin. I think we're going to just start in. So, all right, but this is going that slow actually is really helpful to figure out where to go next. And I forget that I can always just stop. Like I can just take my foot off the pedal and think about where I want to go next, like plan for it. So, yeah, because we're going to have some weird things. I mean, I am going to have to go in and out of flowers just because I think I'm going to have to. But I could actually, well, let's just do it here. Like I could go out for a second on my loop and then come back in where I left off in theory. Oh, I gotta get that pedal just at the right speed. Ah, too fast. I do like these little swirls. All right, like here, if I do a swirl and then check out for a moment to go down this thing, and then back around somehow, and then pick up where I left off. All right, yeah, that'll work. I mean, it'll be a little wonky, but I think we'll get the effect. Your machine is faster than your hands. Is okay. It just makes a few more stitches in the same shot. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. So like here, I could bump out again and do the outside of here. All right, you know what? I think we're gonna just wing it, and I will just stop as I go and make decisions on how to get to one place to the next as we go. But I think starting from that center, yeah, down the center of the leaf, and then back, and then maybe around the leaf, and then pick this back up. I think that's it. So, all right, I think we're gonna just do it. I kind of want to just jump in. So I think it was great. That was a great tip to start from the center. I'll go around I wonder if I really need to baste it down. I wonder if I really need to do any of this. I'm kind of wondering if I can just stitch directly on here and have it be okay. I kind of want to just test that. Like, do I really need a back to this? Since you aren't quilting, can't you lift the needle and move it to each piece? That's true. Yeah, I could do that in theory. I like the idea of just for practice to be able to go from one place to the next as if I'm quilting, because I need to practice that ability. So I think we're going to do that anyway, even if I don't have to. So you know what? I'm going to just start. Because why not? Let's just screw up on this one. You have layers enough to create stiffness. Yeah, I think we're going to be fine. So let's start from where we started the last one, which was, where did we start? I think we started here and then ended up on this leaf. Oh, but we're a little bit different. So maybe we want to start here. Use the paper as interfacing. I have a different paper. We could use that as interfacing. I like that idea because that I can tear off. All right, so let's throw that under two. I mean, this is pretty stiff. Everything that we're going through is stiff, though. I mean, do we really need it? I'll do it anyway, I suppose. We'll just have to tear stuff out when we're done. All right, so I think I'm going to start here. I'm going to start here and then go to like the first loop, do this leaf, and then pick up the rest of the loops, and then we'll start and do this section. Okay, that's the plan. We're going to start right here. Okay. Oop, that was a little... it's funny because I was thinking in my head that it was going to go to the center of this darning thing, but it's going right to the top. So I need to learn that to start out with. Where does the needle come down? It comes right at the top of this thing. So all right, let's try here. Oh, I didn't center this paper. That was dumb. All right, I am going to have to hold it like this, but that's okay. I think I can deal. Wait a sec. Am I doing this right? Yeah. We're going in this direction. So let me just trim. Well, let me get around in a circle first. Oh, this is kind of fun. Whoa, a little fast. All right, here's where I'm going to go up the center of the leaf and then around the leaf. But let's trim this off first. Oh, I don't have my... I have a nice applique scissors that I use on my my other machine. Well, let's just rotate this and snip. There we go. Okay, let's keep going. Let's see what we can do here. It's a little more difficult on this just because there's so much going on in the flower that it's hard to see what I'm doing. All right, I'm gonna go up the middle of the leaf. Oh, where did they go? I lost them somewhere. They're within arm reach. I just can't see them, my bird scissors. All right, let's go to the middle of the leaf, then around, and then back here. Okay, that's the plan. All right, we'll go up to there, and now let's go back. All right, now I'm gonna go around the leaf. Let's get a little closer to the point there. Let's see how that's going. All right, now back the other way. All right, now we're back at our flower curve, so let's continue those. I'm gonna go on the trim. But I don't know, we got something going on there. I don't know if you guys can see that close. Let me see if I can zoom in. Hold on a sec. Zoom in. Oh, there we go. So there is the start of something. All right, that's I'm pretty excited about that actually. Clearly, I have room to improve on stitch length and all that, but this is fun. I like these little loops. This is kind of relaxing. I'm kind of digging this right now. So, all right, let's keep going. Let's decide where to go next. I'm gonna just I'm probably gonna just keep going on this. So if you guys want to stick around, because I'd love to get this block done, since I don't know if I'm gonna be here tomorrow. I mean, there's clearly a lot to do yet, but I don't know. This is fun. All right, let's zoom out. So yeah, I mean it's late already, but I think I'm gonna just keep going. So I wonder if I should get any of this vase. I think maybe I should decide what I'm gonna do in the vase, because then I can fill in this little area here. So, you know, what about just squiggling it back and forth? I think maybe I can handle that, and that'd be good practice. Then it's not loops, because I'm doing loops for this. I kind of like the idea of just a back and forth. I could do vertical, but I think horizontal would break this up a little bit. So, all right, so I'm going to do a few of those squiggles in here. Let's see, though. All right, so maybe I'll go to here, do squiggles in here, then pick up this flower and do this. Okay, but how do I get out then? I need to somehow get up here. All right. Squiggles, flower, down to here, mimic the print of the vase. Oh, that'd be interesting. Yeah, I could do that, like squiggles, like weird squiggles like that. I kind of like that. All right, so let's do that. So I still have to get, to decrease stitch length, move fabric slower, machine faster. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I need control over my foot. That's what I need. Control over my foot and control over my movements. So that's what I need to practice on. So I'm just trying to figure out how to get, I want to end up here. Oh, you guys can't see. I want to end up at the basket handle. So I could put some, like a squiggle here, pick up this flower, do my little twirls, pick up this little piece, get this leaf. All right, I think we'll figure it out. Let's just go. So I'm gonna just go down kind of the center of this, and then I'm gonna just kind of do a diagonal squiggle in the vase here. I'm just gonna pick it up. Oop, that's kind of odd. All right. I'm going to try and do it one more. Never mind. We'll just get to this flower. Oh, you know what? It's easier to hold it like this without the gloves. Oops, that was a big one. All right, now I'm gonna do this little bit here. How will the square be quilted? Who knows? I have no idea how I'm gonna quilt it. I might just stitch in the ditch, honestly, on all of these squares. Like I might just go around them all. All right, here I'm gonna stop again and pick up to this leaf, the center of the leaf. All right, now the outside of the leaf. All right, so now I have to we'll get back to here, and then I think I'll have to just kind of whip around and then start this, but that'll get me to here. Okay, good. I don't know where I'm going after that, but we'll get somewhere. I love how you're really just trying to, yeah, I mean, this is scary for sure for me, but yeah, if I don't ever do it, then I'm not gonna learn how to do it. Like, this is in my list of things I'd like to be good at it eventually. Like there's so, oops, that slipped a bit. There's so much potential to do just so many cool things with machine stitching like this. I feel like I'm kind of caught on something. Hopefully we don't have like a nest underneath. Now we're just going to keep going. So I'm going to kind of backtrack and get back up to that flower, that blue flower. All right, let's pretend we just came off a petal swirl. All right, so here's the trick. We're all the way down here. So I think I'm going to just backtrack it up. We're not going to be perfect here. Yeah, I don't know. Not yet. Dude, I would love a long arm thing though, but I have no like right to get one of those right now. Let's see. We could do something on this ribbon too. We wouldn't have to just do straight stuff. Maybe I'll why don't I practice more little circles up on the ribbon, and doing circles will allow me to kind of cheat and get into some of these, I think, a little bit. So let's do that. So I'm going to do some little circles up the ribbon, and then once I get to here, I'll jump into this flower, and then I'll keep doing more circles. Tiny zigzags. Ooh, I like that. Tiny zigzags. Let's see if I can do that. Tiny zigzags. And then once we get here, so tiny zigzags to here, loop-de it on the flower, zigzags, and then we'll pick up this leaf, then this flower, and then this. Oh, dude, this is perfect. We're gonna end up in the perfect spot. So, all right, I think this is gonna work. Okay, zigzags like rickrack. Okay, like a wavy thing. Well, that's probably the best I can do is wavy. Well, let's try. Let's try zigzags, and then if it turns out wavy, it turns out wavy. Oh, going straight is easy. Good. Just zigzag, that's super easy. Okay, good. Easier than I thought. Guys, I'm having way more fun with this than I thought I would. I thought this was gonna be a terrible nightmare, but this is like totally fun. All right, I think I'm gonna wait till I'm here. You know what? Here's probably the best place to catch my loops because I'm at the break of the ribbon here, so it won't be so weird that I'm making this jump, I think. I mean, it'll clearly look like a beginner's work here, but that's okay. The good Lord hates a coward. There you go. I mean, I can see people being able to get the ability to really regulate their stitches a lot better than I am, but I can feel it. Like, you can start to feel like, oh, it just goes in that, you know, you start to feel it a little while. Like, you know, I have a few that are good. I mean, and I can tell when they don't feel right, and those are the ones that jump all over the place, but, you know, it does have a feeling, so that's kind of interesting. All right, I kind of don't know where I left. Okay, we'll just go straight up, it looks like. Free motion, there, yeah. You can go wherever you want. All right, so I'm doing more tiny zigzags up here. This is kind of a huge deal for me because this is something that I did once and I totally struggled with, and I've tried drawing and stuff to get, you know, where I need to go, and I was never good at that. I just thought that this was going to be something kind of just not in my wheelhouse, but I can, oops, I'm stuck underneath there. Let's lift that up. Ah! Let's backtrack. Back it up. Got stuck underneath my ribbon there. All right. Oops. Ah! Oh well. But I can see, like, I can see the potential in being able to learn this now, and that wasn't something that I could see before, so that's kind of fun. All right, now I'm gonna go around this leaf. I do like the zigzag in the basket. Oops. Bring on the thread painting, seriously. You know, that is something that's been on my mind too, actually. Thread painting would just be so cool. All right, let's get this center of this leaf again. All right, now I'm gonna start the loop-de-loops on here, and it looks like I'll have some weird jumps in it, but that's okay. All right, let's oh, Sunday's blog. Is there any release on that yet? Any, you know what, my leg's kind of falling asleep here. All right, I'm going to go around these loops, this one, and I'll end up here again. Then I will zigzag down here, do this leaf, this guy, probably go around here, this leaf, and then we'll be to here. Okay, hey, I got it. It's camp. It's not thread painting, is it? Seriously? That'd be something. That'd be like, that's like being, I'm sorry guys, I'm just taking off my shoe because my leg's kind of falling asleep. Yeah, wouldn't that be crazy? Talk about pushing skills for everyone. Thread painting is where it's kind of free motion like this, but instead of having applique or anything like this, you're actually just moving and you're laying down color with your thread. So like, you know, you're just going back and forth and back and forth. So soon you have a whole area of, like, I would have this cream color, and then, you know, I could switch the colors and I could do like a brown color and I could just go zimmity it all around however I want, and then it'd be like blending into, you can do whole paintings, like whole drawings. That's why it's called thread painting, because you are kind of, you know, instead of a brush where you're putting down color, you're putting down color by just your thread. It's kind of amazing. I mean, you could just Google thread painting. It's kind of fascinating. So these, I'm going a little fast here. Yeah, I've never tried it either. It looks kind of awesome. There we go. That's the foot pedal I want. It's going too fast. It's kind of hard to see where I'm going next. But oh well. I'm sure I'll get better. All right. Now I gotta loop back and then start my zigzags again. I can tell that my machine is working hard because my foot pedal is really hot right now. All right, I forgot where I'm going now. Oh, the pedal. Oh, your machine has low and high speeds? That's kind of awesome. Mine's however hard I press that pedal, and I can't control it either. Like, I know some machines, like I have an industrial machine that I'm trying to figure out how to use. I'm not very good at it yet, but that one I can turn a dial and it'll, no matter how hard I press, it will only go a certain speed. Okay, wow. My stitches are kind of getting worse and worse, but that's okay. So I'm going to do the loop. I wasn't going to do the flower yet, but I'm going to do the flower now. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should go over here yet. Yeah, I think I gotta do this first yet. So we're just gonna go down and back on this. Mine isn't 100 years old. Mine's only like, I don't know. My mom got it new in college. Actually, I don't know if she got it new, but I'm pretty sure she did. All right. Next, I'm gonna go this direction. My mom's really good at this free motion stuff though, so I think she'd be proud of me that I'm giving it a try. Man, I gotta get that speed though. It's just, the pedal's really hot right now, so it's actually kind of hurting my foot, pushing it down, so I think that's, there we go, that's the speed I want. It's hard to keep the consistent speed because I keep lifting my foot up because it's too hot. Alright, I'm gonna jump to this leaf. Yep, and then center, and then I'll be to the vase. Yeah, keep the fire extinguisher, yeah, this combust. So you know what, guys? It never occurred to me, wear a pot holder on your foot. That's not a bad idea. Do I have anything around here? I'm almost done. It never really occurred to me that I could stop and figure out what comes next. It just never occurred to me, and it's just so logical, but you know, when I watch my mom, she's just constantly doing it, and she's never like stopping. She's always got the consistent motion, and same like, you know, with like all these long arm people who know what they're doing. It never occurred to me that I could just stop, figure out the next part, and then move on. So that's calming, a calming thought. All right, now let's get back over to the vase. All right, so here, we're to the vase already, so we're like practically done. This is kind of awesome. I mean, we're way over, but that's okay. I'm happy that we'll be finishing this. So I'm gonna do like that horizontal zigzag, which will get me to here. Then I'll do it up, back down, back up. But I need to get this area in somehow. So we'll zigzag down. Let's cross over all of this, get a bunch in, go to this corner, then come back. Okay, I think I got it now. I just want to make sure, like if I was thinking, oh, I'll only go on this pattern, but I need to get all these corners and stuff, so I'm just gonna kind of zigzag across this whole thing. Maybe I'll just half and half it. Maybe I'll just go half, like a bigger zigzag, but I'll go in this kind of vertical direction. So I'll do that, go in here a little bit, then go all the way down and go in here and come back up. Yeah, we're just doing two. That'll be easy enough. So, all right, we're doing that. But I'll go in that same sort of, maybe not as angular as this, but yeah, maybe I'll try that. I'll try and go as angular as that. Grip on here. All right, this will be a little wacky, but it's okay. So now I want to get into this corner here. All right, then I'm just gonna go all the way across the bottom. Alright, now I need to loop back up. So paper's on the back just to, I don't know, give it a little more sturdiness, I guess. While just as like a stabilizer. Okay, yeah, my foot is so hot. Alright, this is gonna be a pile of crazy, but that's okay. Let's get a little more vertical here. That probably wasn't the smartest idea. Alright, and let's just go around the corner here. Alright, I think that's it. I think we are calling it. I'm wondering if I should go... You know what? We're not. I'm not gonna... I don't know. Should I go around the edge here? Maybe I should just go around the edge quick. I'm going to go around the edge of this quick. I don't think I need to, but everything else has an edge around it, so I think we'll go around the edge here too. Alright, those are some big stitches, but okay. Alright, I'm calling it there. Let's put a couple stitches. Alright, calling it! I'm calling it done, people. Let's, or, you know, I gotta take the paper backing out, but I'm calling the stitching done. Well, that was an adventure. So here, let's turn this off. Let me snip it, and then I'll show you what we got. Show you my master skills of machine. Oh, look at the back's kind of cool. Oop, this is all over the place. But there's the back. The back's pretty. I like the back. So all right, there is my crazy stitching. So let's just get up close here. So there's work to be done, but I had fun. That was way more enjoyable than I thought. I mean, there's a whole pile of crazy happening, but man, that was just alone, just the like. Thanks so much, guys. You guys have been so helpful. But like just the idea of start from the center and go out and trying these different things. I mean, that was a big barrier for me. So I mean, from there, now I feel like I can really work on stitches a whole lot more. So kind of a funny, goofy pattern, like a zebra pattern almost down the middle there. But hey, it's a start of a skill. That's what we're at right now. So, I think I might just, since we're still here and it's super late, I know we're way over, but since we're way over, I think I might just finish this up. So I'm going to just tear off this backing the best I can, and I'm going to cut this out right away. Yes, totally try. This was fun. I mean, it was scary. It made me nervous, but I thought it'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm going to try this thing and I'm going to not know anything, but it's awesome because you guys know stuff, and well, I know you guys know stuff, but like, we all have different skills, so it's just kind of cool to try things on here because I know that you guys will help me along, and I would do it, I'm learning way more by doing it with you guys than me doing it on my own, and that's what's been like super fun. It's been like way super fun for me. Giving things a try. But yeah, I could see this being really enjoyable once you get going. I won't take all this paper off for you. I'll dink around with this on my own, but I do want to cut it down to the 6.5 inches, and I just want to get stuff out of the way. Okay, so let's just trim this. So we're then I'll just take off the back, and then we'll be done for the evening. But I want to get this down to the 6.5 inches. So all right, let's center it on there. And all the reminders too, like to remember to keep it an inch away and stuff. That's been like so helpful. Okay, I think that's kind of centered over there. I think we're going about, I think that's where we're headed right here. I'm like all jazzed up now, like I'm all full of adrenaline. See, like the learning new stuff adrenaline. Now I just kind of want to do more of this. I just want to stay up all night and do more, you know? That's the good feeling. That's the good crafting feeling when you're learning something new and now you just want to explore it some more and get better at it. Free motion quilting, you know? Who knows? Maybe I will end up doing that now. It's a possibility. I've never ever done that. Okay, I'm too close to the machine. I can't reach. But hey, who knows? Oh, art class is so much dang fun. I love it so much, and I want to set up a studio somewhere and just do painting all the time. I have my next class on Monday, so I'll share again on Tuesday. Oh, I did not quilt my denim quilt yet. That has been put on pause because of the Splendid Sampler, so I have to figure that out yet too. The thing I'm worried about with that quilt is how heavy it is, and I don't think it'll fit in this machine. So I'm not sure what machine I'm going to be able to do it on yet. But here we go. This is this block. Your new quilter made 6 quilts. Oh, you free motioned them on your home machine. Oh, that's awesome. You know, yeah, I just think the neck of my machine, if I roll up my jean quilt, it's a huge quilt. I don't think it's going to fit. I have to do a test to see if it fits or not. But yay, okay. That was so satisfying to do this, guys. Like, I had just a lot of fun. I'm so happy. I'm so happy I decided to give this a try, even though it was super scary. I'm totally loving it. So here we are. It's the final block, and I will take the rest of the paper off. You guys don't need to watch all that, but yay! And I like how this ribbon turned out too. Fun. There we are. All right, guys. I'm gonna flip you around, and we will call it an evening. So thanks for hanging out with me. I know we were here a long time, but here we are. My little block. You know, it could almost use an outline. This is kind of blending into the back, but you know what? In my quilt overall, it's going to be just fine. It's okay if colors blend into each other a little bit, but I like it. Yay! Well, that was fun. That was very new to me, and now I totally want to do way more free motion stuff. We might have to try that again on another block, just because. Or you know what? Do you guys remember that block, the Be Brave embroidery block, where I did that background that was all my scraps? I would like to do another block of all the scraps that I have so far on this, and that would be an opportunity to practice free motion again. So maybe we'll do that sooner than later when we have one of these free moments. I don't know when that will be. So anyway, tomorrow it's a question mark if I'll be here or not for Saturday, but I will be back on Sunday for sure. So that'll be the next time you see me probably, but we'll see. And then this video will go up on YouTube tonight, so it'll be on Penguin and Fish Movies on YouTube tomorrow. Thanks so much. You guys are so helpful, and I so appreciate it. Thanks again for coming in. I will be here 9:30 on Sunday, potentially tomorrow too. So good night, guys. Thank you.